It was another full day for the South Plains Honor Flight. Local veterans continued on their once-in-a-lifetime journey to Washington, D.C., visiting the memorials built in their honor. Nearly 100 members of the greatest generation are on that trip. And KCBD News Channel 11's Sarah Blake Morgan is also with them. She joins us live now from Washington, D.C. with more. Sarah Blake?
Well, Karen and Abner, typically the politician is the guest of honor, but today the tables were turned as two lawmakers were humbled to meet with some of the greatest generation.
I called your office.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you came.
I'm Ted Cruz. It's very good to know you.
These veterans wasted no time, shaking hands and posing for pictures with our lawmakers.
Is this your ride right here?
You are for us. It's wonderful that they took time to talk to us.
This is part of the job for Congressman Randy Naugabauer and Senator Ted Cruz, but these introductions meant more than most.
Bringing them here to the Capitol, which is a symbol of freedom and democracy known literally around the world, something that they fought for and some of their friends died for.
It is an incredible privilege to welcome and to thank vets who risked everything.
It's been a hectic couple of weeks for Senator Cruz, but he tells us meeting these great Americans was just what the doctor ordered.
Washington, D.C. is a strange place. They throw a whole lot of rocks, and when you get a chance to just visit with some American heroes who encourage you, who tell you they're lifting you up in their prayers, I mean, I cannot overstate what it means.
Cameras weren't allowed inside, but Congressman Naugabauer took these veterans and sat them on the House floor, a rare opportunity that's even more special for these men and women who fought for our freedom.
It's wonderful. It's like a dream. It's once in a lifetime.
It's a pleasure that most people won't get to do.
It was all smiles as the group posed for a picture in this historic space. But as they were leaving, a complete stranger wanted to show his gratitude.
Just walking around and I saw them and I asked around if there's maybe someone fought in Austria.
This man may not be an American, but he wanted these heroes to know their impact is still being felt.
Especially my generation is extremely grateful to those guys because there's a chance that if they wouldn't have risked their lives, we would still be standing here like this.
Gratitude from every angle is what these men are getting, and it's what they deserve.
There's a lot of people on this that's made us feel special.
Now that was just a small taste of what we did today on the honor flight. I mean, there were so many more events that we couldn't cover in tonight's story. Today we went to the Iwo Jima Memorial, we went to Arlington National Cemetery. The veterans actually laid a wreath on the tomb of the unknown soldier, an extremely emotional experience that's hard to describe unless you actually see it. So those stories we're going to bring you in November on Veterans Day, so don't worry. And of course, there's still one more day left of the South Plains Honor Flight, so stay with KCBD starting live tomorrow morning in daybreak for all the updates. Karen and Abner, back to you.
Sarah Blake, I think people here at home don't realize how much walking there is out there. These are men who are in their late 80s and 90s, and somehow they get this boost of energy and they just take off, don't they?
Karen, it's fascinating. I mean, you saw it last year. Sometimes Caleb, my photographer, and I, we start getting tired. We're slowing down. We're, hurting. And then I think, maybe it's not the best idea to complain because these guys are a lot older than us and they are just walking through like a breeze. They're just excited to be here. They're thrilled.
Exactly. Well, thank you, Sarah Blake.